All right, everybody, welcome to round two. Game number two between the Southern Illinois University Edwardsville Cougars and the Illinois State Redbirds. Starting in goal, Caleb Curry for the Cougars. This was probably expected. Two-game series. They do like to split between Nasser and Curry as the face-off goes the way of the Cougars. Starting in goal for Illinois State is Andrew Meyer after he had an admirable performance coming in the middle of the game yesterday. So the Cougars break it into their offensive zone. They're going to play it up to the D. That's Chris Wagner. Shot goes well wide from the near point on Wagner, kept in by Henson. Puck will find its way to the Illinois State, and they'll take it into the neutral zone. Oh, here we go now, a 2-on-1 going the other way. Oh, and a great diving stop there as now Christian Perry breaks it out. And it's going to be rubbed out off the far boards. Loose puck picked up by the Redbirds. Redbirds play it to their own man up across the blue line, up and a dump in now. They're going to wave off icing as Chris Wagner looks to go find it. No, that's going to be Anthony Carcerano. Carcerano plays it up to Grigg. Grin, that's going to go to the point man. Point man plays it in deep as the Cougars try and work the puck out of their own zone. Good movement on the puck for the Cougars. Yesterday obviously did not end the way they wanted it to. Score of 7-4, and they kind of let themselves get a little heated at the end of the game. There were some words exchanged in the locker room. I was not in the locker room, but you can only imagine. And Coach Taylor Emmerich tells me he's going to bring a victory tonight as the puck goes screeching towards the near boards. Up into the near corner, Kane Henson plays a body and then picks up the puck along the near quarter, up to the near boards, played out to the man at the red line, and it's going to be dumped in. That looks like it's Joe Watson. Or no, that's Drew Perry's. A little bit of physicality going there in the near corner. Hands up for a tripping call as soon as the Illinois State Redbirds touch it. There it is. So the Cougars go to the power play here early in the game. All right, well, the first power play for the SIUE Cougars on the Young Knight. 2 minutes against Illinois State for tripping. Illinois State clears the puck successfully, so the Cougars will go chase it now behind their own net. And into the offensive zone it goes. The Cougars had the puck up along the near boards looking, and they're going to kick it right up to Kohleberg. Kohleberg tries to take a shot. It's going to hit a man, and now the Redbirds will dump it down the length of the ice once again. Played by Curry. Nasser, we talked about yesterday, he obviously gave up 7 goals. Some of those were just the result of some defense that just didn't go the correct way. Some of those were preventable goals. Curry gets the start, and I think that was always the plan going into this weekend, so that's not a reflection on Nasser's play the other day. They're going to play it up to Kane Henson at the blue line as the Cougars in the offensive zone. Shot scores! And the Cougars take it 1-0 off of a shot from the top of the right circle. Christian Perry nets yet another goal. And that top line, that power play line is just deadly so far for the Cougars. All right, so the Cougars win the face-off, but the Redbirds end up with the puck here and then along the near boards. Redbirds barely get the puck into the neutral zone as the Cougars will have to re-enter the zone now, playing it over to Terrence Purabot. Purabot bumped up to the third line tonight. He was on the fourth line last night. And the puck is played up along the near boards. Illinois State has the puck. They're going to try and play it. That's Carcerano up into the center ice. And no icing, they rule. That's going to be a pass attempt, and now a loose puck right in the slot area. But there's no Redbirds there. It's now a shot from the blue line, covered up by Curry. And that was a nice little save to start off the evening. Nothing too complicated. So Lions Daly out, Tyler Smith in. Terrence Pirabot moves up to the third line. Tyler Smith gets slotted in the right wing on the fourth line. Cougars win the face-off, and they're going to play it over into the far corner. Puck gets kicked up to the point, but it's going to roll into the neutral zone, now into the defensive zone. As the Redbirds just try and break it out into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone now. Pressure being put on there. That's by Chris Wagner. Quagliata plays the puck up now to the far point. Poked in by the far point. Grab it back in. And there was a man right there. Illinois State wins the face-off, and they're going to try and work it up to the blue line, but they're going to be pushed over by the big man, Big Z, Austin Zerlini, up into the neutral zone. He'll carry the puck, dumped into the offensive zone. Illinois State goes chasing. 15:38 remaining in the first period. 3 shots on goal for the Redbirds. Only 1 shot, but 1 goal for the Cougars, as the Cougars now play it into the neutral zone. It's going to get dumped right back in on a little pop fly of a pass. Grabbed by the Redbirds, but it's going to roll right past them. And they'll grab it now in the far corner. Played up on the far boards, up over the blue lines. It's going to be grabbed by Connor Tolley. Little roller is going to find Curry over at the net, and he'll cover it up. Off the face-off, here go the Cougars. That's Christian Perry already with the goal tonight. He's going to find the man of Joe Watson. Shot save as it's going to be covered up. Good save. Calm under pressure by Andrew Meyer. And that was a very dangerous chance for the Cougars. A little face-off won by the Cougars. They're going to try and kick it into the high slot area. It's going to be fielded by Joe Watson. Up to Hinson. Hits it with the wrist shot. It's going to hit a stick, though. Fly over behind the net. And now turned around, played around. That's by Will Kelly. Kelly plays it up to Burke. That's Radke. Cougars in the neutral zone. They're going to try and break it out. Here it goes into the offensive zone. Not a ton of room to make. He finds Chris Wagner. Shot. Save made by Meyer. Glove side save. So it was 3-1 on shots, but after this recent surge by the Cougars, a 4-3 advantage shot-wise for the Cougars. Talked to Coach Taylor Rick earlier this evening, and he said he's going to grab a win for me. They're going to grab a win for all of us Cougar fans, for all the Cougar fans listening. So we have the personal guarantee, and I hope that comes true. Shot scores off of a loose puck in the slot area. Cougars go up 2-0. It's Big T, Terrence Pirabot. So an even straight goal gives the Cougars a 2-0 lead, and this was a lead that they never had last night. Closest they could make it was a tie game, and the Cougars look like they have a fire lit under them now. They don't want to drop 2 games in a row to the Illinois State Redbirds, who crossed the blue line offside. Now, if I'm looking at my score sheet correctly, I think that's Terrence Pirabot's first goal as a Cougar. So congratulations to Big T, as they call him. T gets his first goal as a Cougar. The Cougars are up 2-0 over across the blue line, looking for a man. That's Sperry. Sperry finds Henson, and the puck will go straight up into the roof. Go, boys. Interesting note, the roof here is actually redone. It's a very bright silver color. It was a white color earlier previously in this rink's long life, but they patched all the holes up, and pucks haven't been eaten here in a few months, so that's a great addition. As the Cougars win the faceoff, they'll play the puck over to the near corner. Played around now. That's Ebersol. Ebersol has 2 men on him, and he's going to go find Blake Tapnazian. Tap up to the point. Shot from the point. Wide as it's going to run. And now Carcerano is going to apply pressure onto Henson. Henson with a backhanded pass over to Ebersol. Ebersol looks, centers. Oh, and it's a big old whiff there for Corey Sperry. That's a tailor-made opportunity as the puck will roll into the defensive ends for the Cougars. They are playing with a lot of fire tonight, something we didn't quite see last night, at least no fire in the correct way. A lot of fire emotionally is now a big hit over in the near corner as the Illinois State Redbirds apply a lot of pressure on the forecheck. And here go the Cougars into the neutral zone. Over, and they're going to dump it in. Sperry dumps it in. He had 4 men on him, and the Cougars will take a much-deserved line change. Wagner finds his man in Henson. Henson up to this blue line. That's Zerlini. Zerlini is a big kid. Let me tell you, I think we hit on that every game, but you really just got to come on down to the East Alton Ice Arena to see it as the Illinois State Redbirds play it up and down the far boards. Zerlini gets in there, shovels it out. Loose puck now right to the right of the goaltender, right on the goal line, but it's going to be picked up by the Illinois State Redbirds. Redbirds play it up along the near board. They're going to break it out of their own zone, but it's going to be picked up by Kyle Kohlerberg. Loose puck. Oh, no, it's going to be charged. Oh, and there's 2 men sliding in to Caleb Curry. Doesn't hit anybody, but all clean. A net, I don't even think came off, but whistled it dead either way. You hate to see players go sliding into the goalies, especially as a goalie. It can be dangerous, not just for the goalie, but for the player. You know, there's some solid metal bars that you're going into at speed as the face-off is whistled dead. And that'll be Shane Ronan kicked out, and Radke will take the face-off. SIUE with the puck in the defensive zone. They're going to win the face-off, and they're going to try and break it out of their zone. Sets up play behind Caleb Curry. Considering pass, can't find a man there as number 55, Nathan Radke plays it over behind Curry, loses the puck, played forward. Oh, intercepted. That's a great interception by Mulcahy. Shot. Oh, and it's going to go wide. Great play there by the SIUE Cougars as Christian Perry goes across. Big hit on Perry. Oh, and a big hit into the boards. Watch yourselves, boys, on both teams. This could get pretty ugly here. Oh. Perry. It's Shane Ronan will get hit with the charging call. I don't know if I quite agree with the charging assessment of all penalties, but either way, he's got 2 minutes in the sin bin as the Cougars win the faceoff. They're going to play it up to Perry. Perry at the far point to Henson at the blue line. Finds a man, and now back to Henson. Henson over to Tucker. Tucker back to Henson. He's going to fake a slap shot over to Perry, and Perry just kind of doesn't make great contact on it. It'll pop fly into the glove of Meyer. Face-off won by the Illinois State Redbirds. They're going to dump it all the way down there, and that's exactly what you want on a power play. You need to execute, win face-offs, and just waste the other team's time. So the Cougars will try and make the most out of the time that they just had wasted. Across the blue line, finds a man. Kohlerberg shot. Oh, that was a shot by Watson over the goal of Andrew Meyer as the puck will roll lazily over along the far boards and dump forward now. Curry fields it. Curry plays it to Henson over in the far corner of the Cougars defensive zone. 1 man on the forecheck for the Illinois State Redbirds. Not very pressure filled, but it is the penalty kill as the Redbirds will now kick it over into the offensive zone. Grabbed by the Cougars. Cougars now try and break it out. They'll break it in. Yeah, that'll be Bryce Simon. Simon. Drop pass to nobody in particular as the Illinois State Redbirds will play it into the neutral zone. Cougars re-enter the zone. They got 4 men in the zone. One man changing. Looking. Shot. Save made by Myers. Corey Sperry lined up a clapper from the top of the circle. That's a close enough distance usually for a slap shot like that. Goalies don't like to see those in practice because they're cheap, but if the defense is giving them to you in a game situation, you take them. It's SIUE wins the faceoff. They're going to play the puck along the near boards over to the far point. Looks up, shot, and it's going to go well wide. Kind of a half shot, half pass, just an attempt to generate something there as the Cougars play the puck now. Find anybody. That's Sperry who will kick it up. Intercepted by Illinois State and played all the way down to Caleb Curry. 13 seconds remaining in the power play for the Cougars. So perhaps not a power play goal, but they might be able to set something up on the resulting possession off of this penalty. Sperry finds a man. Oh, and he's just going the other way. It's shot, and it's going to go wide from a loose puck in the slot area. SIUE tries to send the puck, grabbed and covered by Meyer. Meyer caught a nice little pop fly there. Those are maybe a little more tricky than you would think sometimes. 10-4 the shots on goal in favor of your SIUE Cougars. 9:24 remaining in the first period, and it feels like an eternity has already passed based on the intensity of play so far. Little bodies going over in the neutral zone as Illinois State dumps it in up along the near boards in Illinois State's offensive zone. Oh, and there's fighting going on. Shot from this slot area. Doesn't find a man, going the other way now for the Cougars. Pressure put on along the near boards in the Cougars' offensive zone. Puck will fly up. Almost hit me in the face, it seems like. As Carcerano takes it across the blue line. Offside. Offside it is. So Tyler Smith is going to line up on the right wing for this faceoff, and he hasn't seen a D1 game yet. At least not a home broadcast one. Is a shot on Curry, and the Cougars will attempt to clear the puck, but not before the Redbirds put a lot of pressure on. Big hit by Austin Zerlini, and now hands up for a penalty, and there it will be. It's on Austin Zerlini. So Zerlini will serve 2 minutes in the sin bin. And as I was saying, Tyler Smith, I am awarding honorary best hair. That's some solid lettuce on the Cougars bench right now as the Cougars move on to the PK. So Illinois State salivates at the opportunity to make this a one-goal game. Shot from the blue line. Oh, it's right into a leg. It's into the leg of Blake Takmazian. Great job there by Tak. Step up in front of the shot and play it forward now. Is Illinois State plays the puck into their defensive zone. They can't quite just try and figure out how to get out over. There's Carcerano in the neutral zone across the blue line. Pressure put on. Can't find a man. Centering pass. No, he decides to keep it to himself. Take it around Curry up to the blue line. Steps up. That's Will Whalen. Whalen can't find. Over to Carcerano. Carcerano plays the puck over to the far boards. Far point man passes it straight to a Cougar. The Cougars will break it out into the neutral zone. Won't go the whole distance. That's McKellen. McKellen, there's such a danger last night. Finds a man. Shot. Oh, it looks like it's off the mask of Curry as the puck will roll into the near corner. Clear there by the Cougars as Joe Watson goes chasing after it all the way down the length of the ice. They have 2 men in the offensive zone, and the Cougars will now play it into their defensive zone. Cougars do an excellent job of wasting time here as they say, hey, go chase it one more time with 45 seconds remaining on the power play. 7 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Illinois State now over across the blue line. Looking for it. That's Connor Tolley. Tolley dumps it in. And Kane Henson looks like he's going to go be the man to field it. As the pressure is being put on there by team captain Kane Henson. He finds a man. Cleared out. No, it's going to be an intercepted shot off the blue line. Goal! Dylan Lothar. Or excuse me, that looks like Trevor Stir, I think. Off of a tip-in. Yeah, and that makes it 2-1. 6:58 to go. And it was almost a good penalty kill by the Cougars. Just mere seconds left. But Illinois State says you're not going to have this game that easy. Cougars with the faceoff, quickly turned it over to McKellen in the Redbirds. McKellen now over, finds a centering pass, and it's going to go off a stick, almost out of play, but it's going to stay in the far corner. Grabbed by the Cougars now. It played up along the far boards. Across the blue line, that's for Terrence Purabot. He already has a goal on there, and now he's got a good hit to his name. As the centering pass fires loose puck, whiffs. Oh, my goodness. What a sequence. Andrew Meyer was dead to rights, but the Cougars couldn't tap it in. Meyer doesn't have a goalie stick. He has a normal stick. As now the puck will be played into the neutral zone. Lots of physicality going on along the far boards, right along the Illinois State bench. Finally, the stick gets taken off. Illinois State, meanwhile, McKellen across, shot, and it's going to go wide. It's going to be so forceful, it comes right back out of the zone into the neutral zone for the Redbirds. Oh, good moves being put on there. That's by Jack Muccianti. Here goes SIUE. SIUE tries to break the puck out. Redbirds say no. They're going to dump it right back in. Oh, and a bad whiff. Centering pass. Oh, and it was almost a chance there for the Redbirds. Might have had a puck there in the middle slot area, but just couldn't quite settle it down as now the puck gets played over on to the far corner. Pressure being put on now. And a little scrum going on with 5.5 minutes to go in the first period. SIUE. A little move being put on. Centering into the neutral zone of the ice, and body being put on there by the Illinois State Redbirds on a decent play as that will get played to Radke. Radke just tries to break it out of the zone. He'll do that, but not before Corey Sperry takes possession in the neutral zone. Over across the blue line. Looks, shot, save made by Meyer. 5 minutes remaining in the first period and a little bit of change. Meyer's already faced 13 shots. If SIUE continues this pressure, that might be something to watch. Meyer had an admirable performance in game one, but he's facing quite a few shots early on in the opening of this tilt. Face-off won by the Cougars after a nice scrum along the boards. Loose puck is going to roll out of the reach of Christian Perry. And Joe Watson, as Christian Perry now plays the puck into the neutral zone. Lots of bodies going up along the near boards over along the blue line as Christian Perry takes control of the puck in the defensive zone. Plays it right back up to Chris Wagner. Wagner loses control of it after two Redbirds take it. They're going to fire it all the way down to Caleb Curry. Curry's going to play it to a man. That's Chris Wagner. Wagner to Watson. And now back to Wagner. Wagner plays it up along the near boards. Ooh, left, right, left being put on there by Kane Henson as he takes it over into the offensive zone. Over to Wagner. Wagner with the puck. He's going to try and pass it behind the net, and he won't find his man. As now the Cougars will try and pick it up. That's Watson again over behind the net. Now a centering pass attempt, but there are just too many bodies there as the puck will roll along the far point. Stepped in front, and a great stop there by Kyle Kohlerberg. Stopped potentially a one-on-one going the other way. As Christian Perry tries to put on some moves. He was in a phone booth right there. As the puck is still in the neutral zone. Lots of pressure being put on in the neutral zone by both these teams. You can see the intensity, the speed ramp up here after last night as Radke takes a shot as he crosses the blue line. Well over the net, and now a pass to nobody in particular as the Redbirds will pick it up in the neutral zone and dump it right back in. Cougars with the puck behind the net as the Redbirds take a nice line shift here. And up and across the blue line into the neutral zone go the Cougars. Cougars now into the offensive zone. Loose puck, and it'll be played over to the neutral zone again. Dumped in by the Cougars. No icing called there as The Redbirds field it up along the near boards. Ooh, bad pass there. Finds Austin Zerlini, who will dump it right back in. 2:52 to go in the first period. And the Redbirds just trying to get a puck in deep here. And both teams really trying to get a puck in deep, even though the puck is in the Cougars' offensive zone. Not really many opportunities coming out of it in the past couple minutes at least. It's been a battle of attrition, high-intensity battle of attrition, but a battle of attrition nonetheless. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. Here come the Redbirds. Redbirds into the neutral zone. Oh, it bumped off the puck there. Saputa plays it in, dumps it in. Here the Redbirds say, hey, we need some fresh legs out there. They'll take advantage. Oh, bad pass. Redbirds step up, shot wide of Caleb Curry. A tailor-made opportunity there for Trevor Hitzler. Now going up the far boards. And played into the neutral zone for the Redbirds. Illinois State steps across the line. He loses control of the puck. Tempted shot there by SIUE by Terrence Paramount. Gets a stick on it. As now they're going to fight for the puck along the near boards. That'll find Chris Wagner. Wagner shot covered up by Meyer. Shot off the faceoff, covered up once again by Meyer. 50-10, shot differential of 5 in favor of the Cougars. Minute and a half left of the first period. As some of you may have noticed, my partner Casey Kuchelinski is currently not with us right now. And so we might have a little special someone step in and hop on the mic in the second period. But first, the remaining minute and a half of the first period. Big hit along the near boards. No hands up. Is now going in as a 2-on-1 as the Redbirds finds a man centering pass, and it develops too late. And it's going to have to be taken around the net now as the puck gets kicked up to the near point. Hands up for a delayed penalty, touched by the Cougars, and there it is. And so a slash on the Cougars. That'll be Drew LaRose. We talked last night about compete penalties versus high-head penalties. That seemed more like a compete-level penalty to me, but it was very poorly timed with 1:20 left and only a 1-goal lead. Here go the Redbirds on the power play. They're going to kick it up to a man at the blue line. Oh, and it's going to be diving to keep it in, but he will not, as Will Whalen plays it up to Carcerano. Carcerano with a little bit of moves there and dumped over and around. It's Kane Henson will try and field it over along the far board. Somebody's missing a stick on the ice there, and it's going to block the near point. So up to the blue line now. Shot save made by Curry off of a shot by Will Kelly. .1 seconds remaining in the first period. In this period, just not too many stoppages, but it just drags along. There's so much. It's such a quick paced period that you feel like you've watched more hockey than just a period's worth here with 43 seconds left to go. 1:20 left in the power play. Difference of about 40 seconds between the board and the power play, which means that the Redbirds will start the next period with the man advantage. Whalen tries to keep it in. No can't do as Christian Perry very nearly breaks away with it. Going the other way now. That's a 4-on-3 for the Redbirds. Tries to stick handle. Can't find a man. And that was Castina who couldn't quite hang on to it. Wheels it over to Whalen. Whalen can't grab the puck into the neutral zone. They go. 15 seconds remaining. Whalen over across the red line. Across the blue line. Finds a man in McKellen, but McKellen has to field it along the near boards. 3 seconds left to go. Cougars clear it out, and that will conclude your first period. Score 2-1 in favor of your SIUE Cougars. Shots 16-11, a 5-shot advantage for the Cougars as well. However, watch out for that Illinois State power play. 37 seconds remaining on that to open up the second period. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to SIUE Cougar Hockey. All right, we are back. We're back in black and back in red, depending on what team you're watching this as a fan of. Illinois State, of course, in the black, wearing the Illinois State wordmark logo across their chest. SIUE, white, or wearing the red and white with the SIUE and the white E for Edwardsville. Well, I'm joined for the second period by Connor Mulcahy. Connor, how are you enjoying this tilt so far?
I'm loving it. Boys are grinding out there right now. Not letting them breathe. I love it. Got to keep it up for the next two.
Indeed, the intensity seems to be a lot higher here as SIUE dumps the puck now into their offensive zone that's going to be played by Illinois. You can just tell that the two teams have a little more edge to them after last night. These two teams didn't come out of this game feeling too great about each other into the neutral zone now. Pressure put on now by Illinois State into the offensive zone. They'll dump it in. That's Carcerano trying to field the puck in the far corner. Tries the centering pass. 3 Cougars are there to break it up. Oh, and now a hit from behind. Not in the penalty sense of the word, but either way, the SIUE Cougars field the puck now, and they maintain possession of it in their defensive zone. Into the neutral zone, kept poked back by Will Kelly. Into the offensive zone goes the Cougars. Cougars now applying pressure up along the near boards. Puck in their offensive zone, but they don't maintain control of it. They're just trying to apply pressure here on the forecheck. As now they'll grab it on the blue line. Looks, shot by Wagner. Save made. As the puck rolls along the near boards. Kicked up, now shot by Hinson along the near point. It's going to ricochet over to Wagner on the far point. Over to Watson now in the far corner. Taken around now by Tucker. Tucker looks up over to Hinson. Hinson back over to Wagner. Wagner lets it bounce, and now it's back to Watson. Now to Tucker, or excuse me, Perry back to Hinson. Shot and score by Chris Wagner. And Wags makes it 3-1. That possession right there, Connor, it looked almost like they were on the power play. It was a very dominating possession.
Out there. So we're going to have to do to win.
Come on, boys.
And so Chris Wagner nets one. Wagner came into this game with 1 goal. He's got 2 goals now on the young season for the SIUE Cougars. Cougars looking to improve to 3-4. 3 of those losses so far as a whistle. He edges up. It's going to be a penalty on somebody.
Tully, I think, tripping.
Looks like it's going to be on Kyle Kohlberg. Yep, for tripping.
Let's go. Gotta get one here.
And so Illinois State gets a gift wrap opportunity to bring it back to a 1-goal game, just like they started. Puck's up along the far boards. Illinois State maintains possession. They're going to play it over to Gilbert. Gilbert shot from the point. Loose puck. Oh, it's going to be fielded by SIUE and flung 200 feet down the ice. Fielded by Meyer. Both Illinois State and SIUE playing very much better games tonight, despite the fact that Illinois State is losing in this one. I think they're still playing a much tighter, much more energetic and controlled game. Over across the blue line. Into the offensive zone. A little move put on there by Barrett, but Barrett can't maintain control of it as now SIUE deals it into the neutral zone. Illinois State grabs it across into the offensive zone, and they'll dump it in. A minute remaining and change on the power play. Illinois State over to the blue line. It'll be fielded by Gilbert. Gilbert will tap it down along the near boards. Back down behind the net. Back up now. That is to Will Whalen. Loose puck in the slot area, but it didn't really have anywhere to go but sit right there in front of Curry as it jets now up along the far boards, now up to the far point. Centering pass, shot, goal! Trevor Barrett makes it a 1-goal game, and just like that, we're back to where we started in the second period. And how important is that Chris Wagner goal now?
Got to get that puck out there.
Absolutely, you have to maintain possession of the puck. You can't let a guy get the possession of the puck in that specific area of the offensive zone, that high slot area. That's really where it fell apart there. As Lucas Tucker now takes the puck up along the far boards. He's going to dump it in now to Christian Perry. Perry turns around, and he's going to try and center the pass over to hits his shot. Oh, and a good save by Meyer, or it might have found a man's arm or skate or something, but it was batted away now as Joe Watson plays the puck in the defensive zone. He's going to try and find a man, and he will up in the neutral zone. Pressure put on to Tucker. Tucker chases it in. 16:07 remaining in the second period.
Go.
Loose puck along the blue line as it's going to be taken over by Alex Smith. Smith tries to center, and a man is right on him, and now it's going to find its way and shot. Save made by Meyer, just a redirection over to the far point. Now a loose puck, tapped in, scores! And it's a 2-goal game again. It's absolutely how you answer. Who was that? That was Joe Watson on the goal. Tapped in. And, you know, they don't always come clean, but those dirty goals are sometimes a game maker.
Absolutely.
And so maybe a little confusion on the bench somewhere. So while we're figuring that out, here comes team trainer Reese Ramirez. She's going to take a look at somebody. She took a look at a Illinois State player last night. He was slashing the hand. He ended up coming back. He was totally fine, but she's back on the bench, and we will keep you updated to see what's going on with that. We'll get a name when we can as well. And so SIUE loses the faceoff. Here goes Carcerano into the offensive zone. Centering pass, pressure put on. Can't find a man. As now it's going to try to be centered right around Curry. Curry pokes it over behind his own net, and it'll roll over to the near corner. Grabbed by Austin Zerlini over behind the net now. Plays forward, and nothing doing there as it'll be played by Kyle Kohlberg. Kohlberg dumps the puck in, and now it's just going to keep being played behind the net. 4-2 lead for the Cougars, 25-16 the shot on goal differential, up to 9 shots. We enter the period with a differential of 3. And here go the Cougars now, over across the blue line. A little bit of a move put on there as Meyer comes out to play it, but there's all sorts of pressure there as now Illinois State goes the other way. McKellen finds a man over across the blue line. That's Shadle, and it's up. Ooh, almost a close one there by Shadle. Oh, and a little extracurriculars, you're right. Curry pushes his own man out of the way. That's Tack. Big Tackmasian. Getting a wake-up call there from Caleb Curry, maybe. Hey, we don't need this right now. And so a penalty call as the Illinois State Redbirds go back onto the power play. Looks like a slash being called on Chris Wagner.
Good. Let's go. Let's get one right now.
Off the faceoff, Illinois State wins it, kicks it up to the near point. Now back down the far boards. As Illinois State takes it up around the near corner, up to the near point now. Looking, that will be number 77, Gilbert. Gilbert dishes over to the far point. Shot, save made by Curry. A man's down in the crease area there as the puck gets flung all the way down. Lots of little stuff going on behind the play. Oh, and it's a loose puck. Oh, a diving save by Meyer. He came out to play the puck, mishandled it. It went right up into the slot area. He came back around. He dove and saved it. I think everybody's applauding that one. Oh, man. Respect where it's due. That was a desperation save. Granted, you don't exactly want to get in that situation often, but here we are. Illinois State saves himself from a shorthanded goal. Face-off won by the Redbirds. Redbirds going to fling it now into the neutral zone. Played right back down behind the goal. Almost as if the Cougars are saying, let's try and see if we can get another chance like that again behind the goal. But Meyer thinks better than to play it this time. Puck in the neutral zone, broken in now, and a shot. Oh, and a save made off of a shot by Whalen. So, Connor, I want to get your input on this. I said that now that Tyler Smith is on the bench, I think the award of best hair has to go to Tyler Smith.
I think so as well.
He's got some wicked lettuce.
Oh yeah, that must have taken him a while to grow that.
I can only imagine. I used to have long hair like that. I was now shot off the face-off. Oh, and it's going to be saved by Curry.
It's upped out by the Cougars. I used to have hair about that length in middle and high school. Right before puberty really hit hard. Your boy got called girl quite a few times, but I can only imagine how long it takes for Tyler Smith's hair to dry out after a shower.
You gotta put it up in a towel, I bet.
Oh man, worth it for the flow though. Now a shot from the blue line. It's going to go wide from Will Kelly. Puck now rolls up along the far boards. Illinois State now dealing it up to the blue line. Now back along the far boards. That's McKellen with the puck. He had 3 points yesterday, and he seems relatively quiet today. And I don't know how a lot of that has to be attributable to the SIUE defense, which looks tighter, but some of that has to be attributable to maybe he's cooled down in this game. Who knows? And now a searing pass dives to keep it in. Does Will Kelly, but he won't, as now the Redbirds dump it back in. That's going to be played by Curry. Searing pass shot, and it's going to go well wide of Caleb Curry. As now it's going to be dumped the length of the ice. Hands up for icing, and there's the whistle. 12:27 to go in the second period.
All right, good effort. Good try. Let's go.
Yeah, so to me, it just feels like the effort and the speed and intensity in this game is a lot higher than anything we saw last
I would
night.
say so as well. Definitely a big buy-in before this game.
I'll see, very focused. This is really what you want if you're SIUE. Not a perfect game, but a really well-executed game so far.
As Kane hits it, steps across the red line, dumps it into Tucker. Tucker grabs it along the far boards. Shot by Perry. It's going to go wide. It's now Illinois State breaks it over across. Oh, it's Carcerano. Finds some room. Shot. And it's going to go wide.
Great pressure by Perry there.
Perry forces the shot to go wide. It's now puck up the blue line. Shot. Another save by Caleb Curry as SIUE takes it over across the blue line. And that's Christian Perry. Perry dumps it in. Over all the way down. That's going to be offside, so hands up as now Illinois State plays it down the length of the ice. That'll be whistled dead for icing. I'd like to thank everybody dropping us comments on the live feed. You guys are helping me out with the roster, as I'm sure you guys know from following this level of hockey. Sometimes the rosters aren't exactly accurate, so we try and do our best, but we really do appreciate everybody's help. Shot off the face-off, and it's going to go wide of the net. Goalie Meyer. Up across the blue line into the skate and poked away. Heads up, and a penalty on the SIUE Cougars.
Come on, you got to carry that. Let's go. Right now.
That one's going to go to Drew Paris.
Let's go.
And off the face-off, Illinois State takes it, but there's pressure along the far side boards. Puck now lazily rolls along the near side boards as it's going to get played up. That's to Gilbert. Gilbert now, who's control of it over into the neutral zone, dumped in by Philip Kohlberg. Little Coley, they call him. Coley Jr., they call him. In fact, in the lineup sheets that the coaches sent me prior to the game, he's abbreviated as L. Kohlberg for little. Grabs the puck in the neutral zone, and now across the blue line, and body put on there. As Illinois State tries to find a serving pass into the slot area, but can't, so they'll retreat back to the point. Puck now works its way up into the far corner. Played around by Illinois State. Finds his man in Gilbert up at the blue line. No, it's going to stay there with Connor Tolley. Tolley takes a shot wide as Gilbert tries to field it. Pressure put on by Colbert. Colbert now plays it over. Shot off the blue line, covered up by Caleb Curry.
All right, come on, we got time.
10:15 remaining in the second period. Remaining in the penalty kill for the Cougars, 42 seconds. And I don't know if it's just me, but this is a long penalty kill just in terms of actual time elapsed or energy elapsed. Certainly an exhausting penalty kill so far as McKellen plays the puck along the near board. Tries to find a man in the point, can't do it. Deals it now across the blue line. Pressure put on there by Ebersol. Ebersol hustles to it, pokes it forward, and it's going to be grabbed by McKellen. Steps across from Carcerano into the offensive zone. Pressure put on. Finds McKellen. McKellen with wide open net, but he can't corral it to put it on Curry in time. And now the puck will roll over into the far boards. Grab now. Shot. And it's going to go wide of Caleb Curry as the Illinois State Redbirds apply pressure now back at even strength. Can they score on the resulting possession after a power play? As now the Redbirds poke it right over behind the net. That's going to be grabbed by a Cougar, and it's going to be pushed forward into the neutral zone. Hands up.
Who's that on?
And we'll see who that is on.
Interference on us?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of the doors open or.
Oh, number 8.
Oh, there it is.
Not sure about that.
He's going at it with Ebersol behind the play.
A penalty on number 8 for the Illinois State Redbirds. Their first penalty of the period. They face off won by the Redbird or by the Cougars, excuse me, to Henson. Henson to Perry, shot by Perry, and it's wide as a stick goes flying. Who's missing the stick is the $1 million question, and it's a Redbird, so he'll grab it while the Redbirds fling the puck down the length of the ice. Played now by Kane Henson. Hits in the team captain and just a real high energy, high effort player. He'll dump it in down to Watson. Watson plays it over along the far boards. Hits it, stepping up there on the far point. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on there, but not a lot of movement from the puck. As it gets worked up to Henson. Henson dumps it right back down the boards, and here we go again. Oh, going the other way now is Carcerano, and it'll be poked forward. Grabbed by Christian Perry, a minute left. And Illinois State's done an admirable job of shutting down any potential scoring opportunities in the first half of this power play. Dumped all the way down the line. Joe Watson fields the puck, and he'll lose control of it, grabs it, backhanded shots covered by Meyer. 8 minutes left to go in the second period.
Come on, guys.
8:01 left to go in terms of shots on goal. 28-24 in favor of the Cougars. So that what was a 9-shot lead early in the period is now dwindled down to 3 after a power play. As the puck gets played up to Kyle Colbert. Colbert at the blue line, plays it back down the far boards. On there by Takmajian. Up and down the far boards they go. Shot, and it's going to be saved by Myers from a really questionable angle there, a really shallow angle. Now it's going to be played up to Colbert. Shot! Oh, and it's going to go wide. Meyer almost got caught off guard by the slap shot from Takmajian. Takmajian finds his man over in Wagner. Wagner takes a shot wide. Finds Takmajian over along the far boards. Puck now being stick handled behind the net and cleared down into the neutral zone. That'll be grabbed by Colbert. Back to even strength go the Redbirds. So the Cougars have one final gift for the power play. That's a possession. Can they make something happen of it? We'll see here. Across the line is Smith. Smith, little stick handling, little fancy moves, finds a man, shot. Oh, and there's falls over while he's trying to take a shot as Smith now pokes the puck up along the near corner. Redbirds grab the puck into the far corner, finds Zerlini. Zerlini tries to put pressure there. Get out of the way there, referee, he says. Into the neutral zone. That's Barrett. Barrett, weak shot, covered by Curry. And a little pushing and shoving going there prior to the whistle, but it looked like they'll figure it out themselves with 6.5 minutes remaining in the second period. 30-25, shots on goal.
Let's go, boys.
It's a little chippy out there, but it's not as chippy as last night. I think part of that is due to the intensity of the game. You know, the intensity, the speed ramps up as the puck's played along the near corner. It's something you find yourself, oh, and the puck rolls into the slot area. Now back up to the point, shot wide. And grabbed by the Illinois State Redbirds. They try and center it, finds Smith, Tyler Smith with the puck into the neutral zone. As I was saying, though, when the intensity ramps up, you find maybe you don't have time to think about, you know, boneheaded or hot-headed penalties. As Tyler Smith gets bumped off the puck, and here goes Illinois State across the blue line into the neutral zone, across the other blue line into their offensive zone. They're going to dump it in, and that's going to be fielded by Philip Kohlberg.
Great defense there. Didn't even let him get in the zone.
Up and across the line, that's Tyler Smith. Smith gets knocked down. He seems to be have a Redbird all around him that entire shift as the Redbirds will field the puck behind their own net. It's been a pretty tight game so far. Only 2-1 at the end of the first, 4-2 at the end of the second. Yeah, these teams look even. Up across the blue line, that's Hinson into the offensive zone. Backhanded shot on, and a save off a shot by Wagner for Meyer. Ooh, pushing and shoving. There's Kane Hinson. Wouldn't be like him to grab a penalty here, but he is putting himself in the middle of maybe just a little shoving match. Nothing will come of that. So it's not like Kane to get involved in something like that and draw a penalty from it. He knows where that line is very well. Oh, there's the puck. It's going to roll right in front of me over here. And Ryan Fan will take it, and I'll chuck it right back. Well, you can take it home. It's a souvenir. You can chuck it back on the ice. Throw it on the ice while the game's playing. You might get kicked out, but we'll have a multi-puck situation. And honestly, I think we've all always wanted to see that just a little bit.
Absolutely. Mayhem on the ice.
Face-off won by the Cougars, and a backhanded dump attempt is going to be grabbed by the Illinois State Redbirds. Redbirds across the blue line. Here they go. No hand up, but a man went down. Going the other way is the Cougars. Sprides a man over along the far boards. That's Lucas Tucker. Tucker across the blue line, but the puck won't go with him. Pressure put on by Watson right in front of Coach Nick Zelmer on the bench.
Go!
Here goes Illinois State into the neutral zone. Can't find a man. That's going to be dumped right back in by Drew LaRose. Poked up, back up to LaRose at the blue line. Can't find his man, and now into the neutral zone. Pressure put on. That's from Shane Ronan. Shane Ronan with quite a bit of moves being put on him, and now open over the blue line. There's a whistle behind the play. And so one more time, the Illinois State Redbirds will go to the playoffs. the power play, excuse me.
It's a weak call.
Yeah, I mean, a little holding call and you get to the playoffs, my word.
Yeah.
I didn't quite see it. My eyes were ahead of the play. It happened behind the play, but the end was up, and now the Redbirds win the faceoff. Shot off the faceoff. Oh, my. It's going to bounce around in the slot area, but Caleb Curry keeps the pad down, and the puck gets kicked back out. Shot on again. Loose puck. Shot. Save made by Curry.
Come on. Right there.
Some shouting going on in the ice here, ain't there?
3:54 to go in the second period. 2-shot differential, 31-29. Minute and 40 seconds remaining on the power play for the Illinois State Redbirds. Redbirds will kick it up to Will Whalen, and now a shot off and a save made by Curry as the puck will roll into the neutral zone off the rebound. A little bit of pressure being put on there by Bryce Simon. Puts forward, and now the Cougars will dump it in one more time. Piece of play there by Coley Jr., as they call him, over on the left-handed defensive side. Hit across into goes McCallum into the offensive zone, finds a man. No, it's intercepted going the other way by Big Kohlberg. That's Kyle Kohlberg along the far boards, finds a man clear across the ice. Shot. Oh, and it's a good save there by Meyer on a shorthanded opportunity by the Cougars.
Great effort there to get out of the zone.
Illinois State says, hold on, we're not the team that's a man down. And he's going to take a nice little lap before he lines up. Not sure what that was all about. Face off one by Illinois State, up over the line. Here we go. Centering pass, can't find a man. Oh, that was so close there. As Illinois State is now going to play it up along the blue line, up to his man at the near point, over along the blue line once again, loses control of the puck, over the blue line, and here go the Cougars. They can smell another opportunity. Forecheck aggressively put on there by Christian Perry. He'll let off as now Illinois State tries to fire it down the length of the ice. That'll be played by Caleb Curry. SIUE dumps it right back out, and man can't stop it at the blue line. Over down the length of the ice, 15 seconds left to go. So maybe just time for one last charge here if you don't get lackadaisical about it. And it looks like they just might. The Redbirds have one last charge. Oh, and a loose puck. It's going to be pushed forward. That's by number 23, Drew Parris. Here goes Illinois State into the neutral zone. They have one last possession off that was gifted to them for the power play. Can't find a man as Ronan loses control of it over and into the offensive zone. Pressure put on there by Parris. Parris can't find it, and it's going to be put now into the neutral zone up along the near boards. Grabbed and pushed forward by Kurabot. Kurabot finds a man by Simon. Simon loses control of it. It's going to get kicked back to the defensive zone. Meanwhile, a huge hit right where the blue line meets the boards in front of the Louisville bench. A little bit of physicality going on here. These two teams weren't too high on each other last night. Certainly applies right now. Is now the Illinois State Redbirds take control of the puck in the defensive zone. They'll kick it over into their own offensive zone, fielded by Caden Hinson. Hinson to LaRose. And offsides across the blue line to the offensive zone. A minute and 16 left to go. Connor, how are you feeling about this period? I think you have to be positive about the first period, and this period seems like more of the same, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say it's an even battle here. Both teams are laying it all on the line. Really good defensively game by both teams. Not a lot of opportunities off the rush.
And you hit on something there, too, that I've noticed as well. The scoreboard may be leaning to one side, 4-2, but this is about as even as you're going to find a 4-2 game.
Yeah,
these two teams very evenly matched, bringing the same amount of intensity, and this can very easily flip-flop as we move into the third period. And so pressure put on, and this a little scrum breaks out there behind the right-hand side of Meyer. See, Redbirds go across the blue line. Pressure put on there by the Cougars. It's going to get directed towards Nasser, and Nasser directs it towards his own man. Is now somehow Illinois State winds up with the puck out after all that chaos going on behind Nasser's right-hand side. Ebersalt plays it up over to the far boards. Pressure put on. Oh, and he sheds a man. Shot wide of Caleb Curry. And here go the Illinois State Redbirds. Redbirds step across the blue line. One last time, 15 seconds left. That'll be intercepted by
SIUE, they're going to play it to the neutral zone. Illinois State grabs it. They dump it right back in. Pressure put on there by Kyle Colbert. Nice hip check along the boards. 3 seconds left to go. Let's see if they can just fire one more off it on it. Save made by Meyer to end the period. A shot from about center ice. So your score after 2, 4-2 for the SIUE Cougars as they look to inch out maybe a little revenge for last night. We'll see if they could get it in the third period. This is SIUE hockey.
They're back. Period 3 of this tilt coming up here. 20 minutes to decide the winner. SIUE has a 2-goal advantage. But don't let that 2-goal advantage fool you. This is just an incredibly close game. The doors are getting shut here, and we should be back to the action here shortly. As I say, though, this is an incredibly close game. The compete level on both of these teams is very high. There's a lot of buy-in. You could see both coaches, I think, have to be happy with the way that their system is working, with the way that the Illinois State and the SIUE players are both following the play, sticking to fast, quick, and crisp hockey. And there seems to be a problem going on the Louisville side door. The ref is bent over. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like maybe a little ice repair going on along the boards. And it looks like it's taken care of. So maybe a spot to watch as the refs repair the ice. Probably, I would say, 15 feet from the end of the Louisville benches. And here we go. Illinois State wins the faceoff. They're going to play it up to Flynn. Flynn back down and back around for the Redbirds. Redbirds trying to get something going. They need 2 more goals than SIUE at the very least in this period. Shot on goal differential is just 1 shot, 33-32 in favor of SIUE, as now the Redbirds play it out into their neutral zone. Dumps back in. That would be Trevor Barrett. And it's going to be by Caleb Curry. Hey, for those of you watching, maybe a lot of you from the greater St. Louis area, Blues win, so that means you can dedicate your full attention here. Oh! And a flying puck off the face-off is batted away by Curry, and now going the other way is SIUE. One-on-one shot wide, and a man loses his stick. That's Will Kelly who lost his stick. As Christian Perry grabs the puck along the far boards. He's going to do a little backhanded pass. Nice move there to Wagner. Wagner loses control of it, gains control of it, but it's out into the neutral zone. Good move put on there by Castino, and the Cougars will now regroup. They'll take it into the offensive zone. Shot wide, and Meyer has a nice little blocker save there as the puck now rolls behind him. Meyer pressure put on, little scrum going on as now the Redbirds follow up along the far boards into the neutral ice. And Carcerano takes a big hit, gets sandwiched between 2 players as SIUE regroups now along the right behind their own goalie, and Caleb Curry now grabbing the puck. Up across, it finds the man in Chris Wagner, Shot made by Meyer on a nice little pad save there. 18:21 to go here in the third period. 35-34 the shots on goal. All right, well, it's dumped out along the neutral zone. Is now it's going to be kept in by Shadle. Shadle dumps it in. We get fielded by SIUE. SIUE takes the puck over to the far near boards in their defensive zone. Up to Shadle. Shadle shot on. It's lurling. It's loose in the crease, and it's going to be poked away by SIUE. Caleb Curry. He's be thinking his defenders for that one. Oh man, that was a dangerous puck. It got moved out in a hurry. His bad pass going to go 200 feet down the ice. Fielded by Kane Henson, but not before the whistle blows. Shot off the face-off, save by Meyer. Face-off won by the Cougars, push forward and covered up by Meyer. We'll do that all over again. We might be watching Groundhog Day here. And here goes the face-off in the near circle. Pressure put on there, fielded by Illinois State, who will win the face-off. Played forward to Little Colebrook. Little Colebrook goes chasing, waved off for icing. Good pressure put on there by the Redbirds as they'll walk away with the puck. Fielding it up to the near boards. No, it's going to be taken away. That's by number 23, Drew Paris. Paris with a shot wide. He took it into in and shot it wide. Shoved off the puck now as Illinois State plays it into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Shot, save made by Curry, and that was a fat rebound, but nobody was there on the puck's weak side. And here goes Illinois State. Man, just standing there trying to work it out up to the blue line. Shot, and it's going to get caught in some bodies. This is going to be fielded by Kane Hinson. Hinson has the puck, loses control of it over to the near point. Point now down to the near boards, up to the blue line. Shot, save made by Curry. Off of a shot by Trevor Hitzler.
Let's go, Mac.
Face off won by the Cougars, who are going to poke it out into the neutral zone. It'll be grabbed by Illinois State. Illinois State with a bad pass, going to go all the way down. That's going to be fielded by Michael McKellen. McKellen, dangerous last night, not on the score sheet tonight, and won't be on the score sheet with Caleb Curry covering it up at the present moment. Apparently, we have a storm warning playing through the PA system. Not sure what that's appropriate of. Emergency broadcast system being in use as Illinois State wins the playoffs. They're gonna wins the face-off. My word, I can't have playoffs on the mind as the puck bounces out of play, and we're gonna have a face-off in the far circle. Or actually, we're going to have a face-off right outside the blue line.
Why is it outside? No. You just passed the blue line.
Illinois State wins the face-off. They're going to play it into the neutral zone. It's going to be picked up now by Chris Wagner. Wagner has pressure put onto him along the near boards. Going chasing after him is going to be Alec Marshall. Marshall found the net yesterday. Let's see if he can do it again today as the puck rolls into the neutral zone. Cougars couldn't keep it in. They're going to field it in their defensive zone, play it up now to number 87. That is Will Kelly as the Redbirds dump it in. Kelly tries a centering pass. Is going to be covered up by Curry. Curry with 15:35 left to go. Giving up 2 goals, saved 37 shots now.
Good job, boys. Get the pressure on. Let's go.
This is about as evenly matched as you're going to see a 4-2 game here. Face-off won by the SIUE Cougars. Cougars, Christian Perry specifically is going to try and get it out. Can't make it happen. It's now Michael McKellen deals it out over to Purabot. No, it's not Purabot. Excuse me. It's now Carcerano plays it over to Michael McKellen again. McKellen behind the net, centers it. Can't find a man, and now SIUE tries to clear it. No, steps up to Shadle. Shadle takes a shot wide. It's now another loose puck shot from point blank. As Trevor Barrett can't find the net. Little words being exchanged over there on the ice. I know we're on the internet, but I don't feel like I can lip read without most of you guys blowing up on me. So we won't say what words are being exchanged on the ice, but use your imagination. It is a hockey rink. Face off in the far circle in the Illinois State defensive zone. Face off won by Illinois State. They're going to take the puck over behind the net. Plays it up now. It goes for a home run pass the length of the ice. It'll be fielded by Curry. So no icing on the call there. But it's going to be played by Curry. Played to an Illinois State Redbird who will take it up over along the far board. Seemed to be a penalty on Illinois State I missed. I missed that.
All the way.
There you go. Better, baby. Better, browser.
Face off won by the Cougars. They're going to play it. Oh, and a man blows a tire going backwards across the blue line. Is Illinois State dumps it out. So Carcerano is the man who got incarcerated. He in the sin bin, and now over across the blue line go the Cougars. Minute 10 left on the power play. Turning around is Ebersol. Ebersol can't keep it in. The puck goes up and out of play. Face off won by the Redbirds. Redbirds play it up along the near boards. Into the near quarter. It'll be flung the length of the ice. 14:01 to go in the period, and just 50 short seconds left on the power play. I say short seconds, but that's plenty of time for SIUE to set up the play, which they will. Takmasian plays it all the way down to Sperry. Sperry now with the puck behind the net. Sperry over to Simon. Simon up to Kohlberg. Kohlberg with a shot off of Radke's legs. Now going the other way. Here go the Redbirds. Possible shorthanded opportunity here, and they'll elect to dump it in there. It just take their time as Kyle Kohlberg is great at applying the pressure and wipes the guy out along the boards in the process. Here we go, SIUE. Oh, good moose put on there for Kohlberg. Makes a man swing and misses. A shot by Takmasian. Hits the legs, and now it's going to roll up along the far boards. Into the neutral zone, and SIUE goes chasing yet again, and we're back to even strength. Our play over, and we're back here as the State Redbirds desperately need 2 goals. This clock is ticking down. That 2 goals is slowly becoming more and more implausible here because they're so even. The Cougars play good defense, and the Redbirds are playing good offense as well. I mean, it would be one thing if it were a more lopsided match, but this is so dead even here as a shot from the point is covered up by Meyer. Good shot there by Bryce Simon. So the most valuable resource left is the Illinois State Redbirds. 12 and a half minutes to go. Crazier things are happening currently around the league. I don't even have a scoreboard in front of me, and I can tell you right now that the MACHA is absolutely wild, and you can see some crazy comebacks, and you might right here. This Illinois State goes into desperation mode. They know they need those 2 goals. Puck to the defensive end. It's going to be played up along the far boards. Rolls over to a man, and now played along the far point into the neutral zone. Finds his man in Will Kelly. It's punted all the way down. Hands up for icing. Whistles blown for icing.
Set it up. Let's go right now. Set it up right now. Let's go.
Face off won by the Cougars. Cougars are to play it into the neutral zone. No, says Illinois State. and they'll dump it right back in. That would be number 23, Connor Quinn, dumping it in into the offensive zone. That'll be played by Nathan Radke. Radke plays it up and around the net. Now grabbed by number 11, Tyler Smith. Smith with the flow to stop the turn heads. Illinois State plays it into the neutral zone. Up and around the net go the Cougars. Cougars now play the puck over to a man. Oh, it's intercepted there by number 55, Nathan Radke. Radke plays it covered up. And Caleb Curry will stop play with 11:20 remaining in the third period.
All right. Good effort. Good try. Let's go now.
And face-off won by Illinois State, but SIUE gets a stick on it into the neutral zone. 2-on-2 possibly here. Good move put on there by Tucker. Shot, and it's going to go wide, but it's going to be fielded by Christian Perry. Perry finds Wagner. Wagner with a shot. Let's hit out of play. Oh, Andrew Meyer got his bell rung right there.
I think it was back because he won't.
Either did you.
I think it was back.
Face-off won by Illinois State. And it's going to be played over into the neutral zone, over across the red line, across the blue line. Man goes down. Another guy goes down. Chris Wagner now has the puck. They're going to call wildly for a penalty. SIUE might have just got away with one right there as they're going to lose control as Illinois State now pokes the puck over across the blue line into the neutral zone. That's McKellen. McKellen over to Carcerano. Carcerano looks, shot wide of Curry. Had Curry beat, but it was wide on the outside post. Illinois State looking to center a pass to the slot. They will, but it's right into the hands of an SIUE defender who's going to clear the puck into the neutral zone. Dumped into the offensive zone for the Redbirds as now the Cougars grab control of the puck up along the near boards. Over to the point and a shot on by Will Kelly. That's going to go wide. Now his other centering pass. Shot. Save made by Nasser.
Why?
There's a whistle. Net is off its moorings. Little net off the moorings trick. We're not accusing anybody of anything, but the net was off the moorings in a very tight situation. Casey and I talked about this last night. If you didn't watch the broadcast last night. Oh, and a whistle off the face-off. We're going to try that one again. Every goalie does it. Every goalie is, you almost fault a goalie if you don't try and use that kind of trick, knock it off the net. Andrew Meyer did it last night, we're pretty sure, and props to him. If you can get away with it, it's a good move. It's now Illinois State. Oh, a huge open ice hit for Blake Takmazian. Knocks down number 25, Trevor Barrett. Barrett's been on the score sheet tonight. And Tack says, hey, you might want to pay for that. SIUE into the neutral zone. Can't find a man. In number 71, Corey Sperry. So the puck will go the other way. Poked back by Kohlerberg. Kohlerberg to Sperry. Sperry right over the blue line and finds Ebersol. Ebersol loses control of it and it's back in the neutral zone. Dumped back in. And a partial line change here for the Cougars. One man comes off. Another comes on as the Illinois State Redbirds dump it into the neutral zone. Here's Henson. Henson dumps it right back down. Over behind the net. Go to the Redbirds. Redbirds field it. That'll be number 18, Flynn, excuse me. Over across goes Chris Wagner. Chris Wagner dumps it in over along the near point. There's Flynn fielding the puck, but he can't quite corral it. And now gets a little bit of help. Knocked off the puck. Going the other way is Radke. Radke across the blue line. Oh, a little skate move there. Finds Ronan. Ronan taps it across the line, but loses control of it really quickly as SIUE now is going the other way across the blue line. Into the offensive zone. Go to the Cougars. And a man gets knocked off there. Harris knocks a man off there as the puck will roll over along the far boards over to the neutral zone. Grabbed by Chris Wagner. Wagner plays it up. And the puck will get played now into the offensive zone, and it's going to go all the way down for icing.
Look at him. He tried getting on the bench and sitting down.
$8:17 to go here in the third period. It's a 4-2 hockey game. Cougars trying to cling on to that lead to split the series this weekend against the Redbirds. Redbirds last year swept them, and that was the series of games at Illinois State as Tyler Smith fields it in the neutral zone. Finds a man in Austin Zerlini who blows a tire spectacularly right in front of this. McKellen will poke the puck in, and it'll be grabbed by Drew LaRose. Whistle on the play. That'll be charging. Cougars need to stay out of the penalty box with a tenuous 2-goal lead in a game as even as this. But they won't, and that'll be Wagner with charging. 2 minutes of power play time for the Redbirds. Face-off won by the Redbirds. It's going to go immediately to Caleb Curry, and a little scrum along the net, but no goal, no whistle, except for the stoppage. So we'll try that again in the near circle. Face-off won by the Illinois State Redbirds. Tries a centering pass. Nobody's there. It's going to be poked up to the near point. That'll be Will Kelly. Kelly plays it over now to McKellen. McKellen with the puck behind the net. Pressure put on there by the Cougars, and it'll be dumped all the way down. Minute and a half left of power play time for the Illinois State Redbirds. And if they want to have a nice chance entering the latter parts of the third period, they need to score on this power play as Castino plays it over to Carcerano. Carcerano now skates around. Little cut up to Castino, plays it up now to Flynn. Puck's going to roll actually down behind the net off of a wide shot. It's going to get cleared, and the SIUE Cougars will get a nice line change. Very timely here with a minute to go on the power play. And so the Redbirds into the zone again. Need to score this power play right here. His pressure is being put on now. Good moves put on there by Illinois State. Into the neutral zone. They'll have to regroup after the puck rolls across the blue line. Now across the line is Trevor Barrage, but it's going to be whistled dead for offsides. No. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That's going to be called on Trevor Barrett.
Real big team guy there. Love the team. I think they gave him a 10. He was going like this.
That's an unsportsmanlike. And so he will be in the bench. Trevor Barrett will. For an extended period of time here. It'll be a 10, I believe. It's not going up on the board, so a 10-minute penalty for Trevor Barrett and for a guy that's been involved in both of your goals so far. Or, excuse me, has scored one of your goals so far. That's a big loss for Illinois State. It's still a 5-on-4 man advantage for Illinois State. They have the puck in the offensive zone. They're going to play it up along the near boards and lose control of it. That'll be grabbed by Drew LaRose. LaRose plays it up. It's going to be kept in at the point by Illinois State. Notable downshift in energy as now there's a lot of pushing going on in the corner, but the puck's laying right there. Centering pass, can't find a man, but Illinois State will grab the puck up or along the near point. Dumped in now along the near boards and pushed right back around. There goes Christian Perry. He almost finds a man for a breakaway pass. But it's just ahead of Corey Sperry, and it's going to be whistled dead for icing as we're back to even strength. One more time, 4-2 the score. Cougars clinging to a 2-goal lead here. Face-off won by SIUE. SIUE plays the puck up along the far boards. A little back and forth, small-scale tennis match going on there. As finally Kane Henson takes the puck. He's going to fire it down the length of the ice with an attempted pass. It's going to be waved off. No icing. 2 Redbirds are there. They're going to try and find the puck, but no. That's Corey Perry. He's fighting. And eventually Blake Takmazian will walk away with the puck. Oh. That's Shadle and Perry going at it. And there's some whistles going on here. We'll see what's going on. Shadle to the box. Perry to the box. So last night we saw SIUE get a little hot-headed at the end. Tonight we might be seeing the opposite. It's Illinois State who gets hit with a 2-minute penalty. And, of course, a matching penalty for Perry. Illinois State tries to break the puck out into the neutral zone. Oh, boy, here we go. It's so puck along the near boards. Carcerano finds a man. Shot. Oh, it looked like it might have gone in, but it didn't. Puck being played up along the near boards. There's a man on the weak side all alone as now SIUE is going to break the puck out. It's going the other way. Oh, here's a breakaway opportunity for Joe Watson. A man takes him out. Oh, it's a big crash into the net. Hands up for a penalty. Might be looking at a penalty shot right here. Desperation attempt to stop the breakaway. Took a man out. Took the goalie out. Andrew Meyer went for a ride inside his old net right there. Meyer's a little slow to get up here.
That is true.
And I think he'll be all right. So crisis averted there for Illinois State. Never like to see a guy go down like that. And we have yet another penalty. It's a 4-on-3 situation here with 4:35 left to go in the tilt. So Kelly will get hit with a slash off the face-off shot wide of Meyer. And here goes Wagner. Wagner over to Hitson. Back up to Hitson. Back to Wagner. Shot by Wagner. Save by Meyer. 1 minute left of 4-on-3, and then we will have 41 seconds of a Cougar power play if things hold like they do. They might not. Illinois State with 3 men in the box. SIUE with 2 men in the box. Face-off won there by Illinois State. They're going to clear the puck the length of the ice. Chasing after it is Kane Henson. It's going to be played by Caleb Curry. Left right there for Henson. Henson picks it up. He played forward to Ebersalt. Ebersalt into the neutral zone, looking for a man in Takmazian, but he can't find it. He's going to circle around past, and Takhat grabs the puck along the far boards. Back up, now back down to Ebersalt. Ebersalt looks for a centering pass. Tak's right there. He can't find it. Takmazian plays it back up to the point to Henson. Henson looking for a man, goes to Takmazian. Takmazian to Ebersalt in the slot area, off the skate and out. 19 seconds left of 4-on-3. Here we go. Kane Henson enters the zone. He's going to take the puck all the way around the net. Centering pass is going to be intercepted by Illinois State. Dump the length of the ice, and it'll be grabbed by Caleb Curry. 6 seconds left on a 4-on-3. So Illinois State SIUE trying to set something up here because there's still 41 seconds remaining on a man advantage. It's currently a 5-on-4 power play as Joe Watson takes the puck over along the far boards. He has pressure put on him along the far quarter. Illinois State pumps him off the puck, and they're going to dump him up to the blue line. Kept in by Colbert. Colbert slaps it to a Redbird. Redbirds now dump it all the way down the ice. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Up across the blue line, across the red line. Here we go. Christian Perry. Turns around, and we'll see what's going to happen here. Up to the point, shot from the point. Can't quite make it from
from Watson. Watson now over to Kohleberg. Shot from Kohleberg, save made by Meyer, and now up into the neutral zone go the Redbirds. 2:22 left to go. They're desperate. They need those 2 goals right now. Across the blue line. Oh, a little stick handling by Watson there. Can't quite get around the man, but it'll knock him down anyway as the puck will wander into the neutral zone. Oh, good stick out there by Drew Parrish. Tries a centering pass. Can't find a man. Illinois State will poke the puck out of their zone. And it'll get poked right on down. The Redbirds try and break it out of their zone. They will. Minute 50 left to go. Across the blue line into their offensive zone. That's McKellen. McKellen. Pressure quit on in the corner. And the goalie's gone. Man advantage for the Illinois State Redbirds. So with the puck pinned along the boards behind Curry and the goalie pulled, SIUE is perfectly happy just to let it move and get pushed there. They say take your time here as they've wasted about 30 seconds behind the net now. That's impressive. SIUE deals it into the neutral zone. I say impressive in that those kind of scrums. Oh, great job poking it in. And a long pass, not quite there, so we whistled dead for icing. I say it's impressive. Usually those scrums you see maybe, 8 to 10 seconds. That, by my count, was about a 25-second scrum. So a timeout. Teams will regroup. Minute and 10 left to go. No doubt on the Illinois State bench, Michael Hernbrot drawing up 1, maybe 2 plays. Just going, hey, boys, we need to execute this right here. We have a minute 10 left. We need 2 goals. And we've showed that we're capable of that tonight. They don't need something to turn magically. Their offense has been okay all night. Both teams' defense has just been stellar so far. No shortage of chances in this game either. 44 shots on goal for the Cougars with 4 goals. 2 goals on 49 shots on goal for Illinois State. Have a game Caleb Curry. 5 shot advantage for Illinois State. But a 2-goal disadvantage with a minute and 10 left to go in the third period. It so begins a crucial segment of the game, the last minute. Here we go. Face-off won by the Cougars. Cougars will try to play it up to the blue line, push forward, and towards Curry. Curry blocks 1, he blocks 2. And now the puck will roll over into the near boards, near quarter now with McKellen. McKellen plays it to a man. Oliver Grigg. Grigg up the boards, finds McKellen again. McKellen behind the net. McKellen turns around, shoots. It's going to be wide. Loose puck cleared by the SIUE Cougars with 40 seconds remaining. As the time ticks down, it'll be whistled dead for icing. 40 seconds, and the puck comes right back into the Redbird zone. That'll be a face-off won by the Illinois State Redbirds. That'll be poked up along the far boards. Illinois State can't quite get it. Can't quite form a play yet as McKellen shoots. Oh, it's going to be, man, steps in front of it. Here goes the other way, and it's going to be fielded by the Redbirds. Shadle stops a loose puck from being picked up by the Cougars. The Cougars fling it back into the zone. Neutral zone, that is. 12 seconds left. You got 10 seconds left now, third period. Cougars holding on to a 2-goal lead. Still no goalie. 6-5, and the Cougars will intercept it at center ice. That's game. Cougars exact their revenge in game 2. One of the tightest games you'll see played all year. SIUE takes the victory 4-2. We'll be back with a post-game interview that'll come up on this very YouTube page after the game. But until next time, I'd like to thank everybody watching. I'd like to thank the Illinois State fans who are watching. I'd like to thank the SIUE fans who are always watching, of course. It's been
absolute pleasure tonight. And here's to a good season for both teams after a very, very tight game 2. Final score, Cougars win it 4-2. Shot advantage to Illinois State, 52-44. I'm Luke Clevenger. I will see you at the next SIUE home game. Thanks for watching Cougar Hockey.